Okay, so welcome to my live drawing session. It is Sunday, the 28th of June. I am the Scribbling Chimp. I'm going to teach you how to draw in a serious drawing exercise. Yeah. If you guys are looking for comedy, you've come to the wrong place. Now, last week I did Game of Thrones. A slow burning fantasy with a very abrupt ending, but for the better part it was slow burning, so I thought I'd ramp things up a little this time around. I thought I would do some high adrenaline action. So in the past I have done The Expendables, I've done the magnificent superhero film Batman Forever with Val Kilmer, and I have drawn a collage of James Bonds. This time around, it's kind of similar to James Bond. I am going to tackle another long-running action franchise with one consistency in terms of acting. In fact, a few consistencies in terms of acting. Missing out the great Ving Rhames there. But here we go. So this is what I will be drawing today. I will be drawing the Mission Impossible franchise. Okay, I repeat, I am not doing these drawings on the screen. What I am going to do is I am going to do 6 carefully selected screenshots, one from each of the 6 Mission Impossible movies. Okay, and I am going to time myself 30 minutes to do the whole thing. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like Mission Impossible. If the timer runs out and it goes to 0, I don't know, I'll probably just carry on, to be honest. But yeah, 6 handcrafted, carefully selected drawings that will be based on screenshots of my choosing from the Mission Impossible films. Okay, now what we need to do to get started a little bit is we need to generate some atmosphere. Okay, I can't just go into this willy-nilly, unprepared, without establishing the scene first. This is action. This is high adrenaline action. So we need some stuff going on around us. Okay, we need some mise en scène. Okay, we need stuff happening. Okay, so I got me plonk, got me crisps, got me speaker. Oh, I will get to that. Okay, so before I start the timer, I'm going to bring your attention to something. So if I reach up here, I've got one of my emergency boxes. As I've said to you before, the emergency boxes, I have thousands of them scattered around the house, literally thousands, and they are contingency plans for eventualities involving me doing a drawing to show you guys on the internet. A terrible incident happened. A tree fell on my house, completely took out the loft conversion, destroyed the bathroom. There was water spraying everywhere, all the drains and everything. It knocked out the power from the entire grid. And my wife ran upstairs and she told me that all this was happening, and she had to, call the water people. She had to call the fire brigade. She had to get the kids to one of the neighbours' houses. And she had to sort out the paperwork and inform everyone and inform the contractors and the builders. And when she was saying all this, I said, "Stop. Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to do the drawings." And obviously, then she didn't have to worry about that. That was completely out of my wife's hands. I took care of that. I went into one of the rooms that wasn't destroyed, and I did some drawing, and that was one thing that day that was completely off her plate, which I think really helped. And that's why we make a good team. So this is directly related to the Mission Impossible drawings, because this is my Tom Cruise action model. Okay? Right? It's my Tom Cruise action model. This is going to help us establish some scenery. Okay? This is my Tom Cruise action model stuffed in here. Okay, here we go. I got that little fella in there as well. Just close the box on that guy. Okay, now this is my Tom Cruise action model. Just lay him out for you there. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. you're thinking, Ash, this is just not up to your usual standard. Well, here's the thing. It needs moving parts. It needs flexibility. It's kind of like, think of it less of a representation of Tom Cruise's body. I mean, I think it's a very accurate representation of Tom Cruise's body, but it's more like a crash test dummy. I kind of put it through the motions. You'll also notice that it doesn't have a head. Okay, a head's not necessary because a few months ago, don't know if you remember. Sorry, I just put me crisps over there. A few months ago, I already did a drawing of Tom Cruise. It was requested, in fact, by a very talented musician. So I'm just gonna move all these. Yeah. Sorry about that. It wasn't funny or anything. There's Loki there. Jean Reno. Bit of Sauce. Lloyd Grossman. Faceless Bond. Thanks for chipping in on that one. Noel Edmonds in A Strange Dream I Had. Your man from the Room. My guy, Travolta and Cage. Here we go. Here's my Tom Cruise. I don't know, you guys might remember this. Some some emergency faces I did there. I'm going to level with you guys. I can't even remember why I did that. But some emergency faces. Okay, now, what I probably should have done is reminded myself that I don't actually have free hands. Because what I'm going to attempt to do is to cut this whilst holding the phone, which is nigh on impossible. Yeah, can you believe I still haven't started the timer? I know, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna... Hello, come back. Sorry about that. Everyone still there? Yeah. Hello, right. Okay, so just gonna cut him out. I broke my tripod, so I can't even sort of prop it and point to what I'm doing. It just collapses when I put it down. So I do apologise about it. This is really worth the wait, guys. Interesting fact you might not know about me is I'm 38. I'm sitting in a room with a bowl of crisps, cutting out Tom Cruise's head. But it's worth the wait. Okay, here we go. Here we go, everyone. Mr. Tom Cruise. Yeah. Okay, so he needs to be really strapped in for this. Okay, this is going to be a wild ride for Tom Cruise. It's all to establish the atmosphere. Okay, I'm going to put some sellotape on the back. Okay, right now. No matter what Mission Impossible film you're watching, you will, at some point, see some kind of action scene a bit like the one I'm about to recreate. Basically involving wind, somehow, okay? So, I'm going to attempt to do this. Put a little bit of tape on his foot. A bit of tape on his foot there. And there you go. There he is, dangling precariously. Just gonna do a little bit more tape at the back. How is everyone? You know, it's all kinds of mess. I'm pausing the videos. You know, don't know who's here. 6 people are watching. Wonderful. Right. Okay. Just going to leave that there a second. Okay, the second maze on scene thing I did is I wrote my own Mission Impossible tune, which I'm going to play for you out of this speaker. I've actually got a mic here, so I don't know how well that's going to come out. So this has been specially designed to emulate the Mission Impossible theme without hopefully breaking any copyright rules. So it's a little bit different, but you'll know what it is. I spent hours and hours working on this. Okay, it's probably the greatest piece of music that I've ever written, and I'd like to just play it all for you now. I've called it the Impossible Mission theme. Okay, so Okay, you ready? And that's it. And I basically just looped it so it kind of goes on endlessly. Now, okay, right. So here we go. We are going to establish the scene, and then I'm going to start. So I'm going to whack this bad boy all the way up to 3. Okay. All right. There we go. Tom Cruise flailing in the wind. And like I said, that's basically a recreation of just your typical Mission Impossible stunt, really. Whichever one you're watching, there will be something like that happening somewhere. Right, so I'm going to begin. Okay, we got the music, got my pen. Here we go. 6 scenes from Mission Impossible, starting with the first Mission Impossible. Some of you may like to call it Mission Impossible 1. Sorry, just things kind of all over the place. I'm going to crank that music up, man. Just put it up to max. There you go. Now, here we go. Okay, Mission Impossible 1. I am doing this classic scene here. The magnificent, irrepressible, sexy Tom Cruise there. Okay, that's going to go in my first box. Gonna find the pen that I lost. You know, the T-1000, when he's flying that helicopter and he's got 3 hands, I would really benefit from that right now. I just put it to naught. And I've gone too far. Right, remind me to stop 2 minutes earlier, everyone. Here we go. Right, we are good. Okay, let's do a drawing. Right, okay, so as you can see, there's no end of lines and contours. Mr. Tom Cruise's face there, which I'm going to recreate. Okay, here we go. Right, I've got the music, got my thumb in the way. Let's do this. Okay, so in essence, this is a drawing exercise, okay? Alright, we're not here for any other purpose other than to learn, okay? So, start with his hair. Go down around, like that. And you've got a sort of basin going on. I mean, he's really going for the Jim Carrey look there. What I love about Tom Cruise in this scene, other than that tongue, is the amazing lines on his head. Sorry, I paused it again. Sorry. Right, okay. This is on you guys, okay? This is all on you because you have chosen to spend your time, which was going to be half an hour, but now it's considerably more, watching this. Okay, I promise I won't pause the video again. I don't really know why that keeps happening. Okay, so he's pressed down like that, and then he kind of wobbles like that, and basically you're in a really intense scene here. So Tom Cruise, aka Ethan Hunt, his poor little features have been contorted in a manner that they typically would when you're on a train doing high wire stuff. Now I've really got to manage my time here, okay? I've really got to go sparingly, okay? But I'm not going to mess around. This is a drawing exercise in drawing under pressure, alright? Because occasionally, as an artist, you're going to have to draw something really quickly, okay? It's not just sort of sitting with music and a glass of plonk, okay? Sometimes this profession, as any artist will tell you, is fraught with stress and deadlines, and that's what I'm here to teach you guys today, okay? You know, and I lead by example as well. When I say I'm going to start at 5 o'clock, I mean 5 o'clock, not 5:15 or 17 minutes past 5. Okay, if you want professionalism, this is the place to go. I got really good vibes. This is going really well. But I got to keep an eye on that clock. Okay, right there. He's all caught up there. Look. Poor guy, but he'll be all right though. You know. Oof. It's alright. He's a hero. He can handle it. He's tough. Okay, do the tongue, the mouth. That conversation between Ethan Hunt and John Voight, when he realises John Voight's the bad guy, but he's actually talking about it as if it was somebody else to him. Nobody on this earth, I read this on Wikipedia, nobody on this earth, including Brian De Palma who directed it, know what the hell is going on in that scene. Still one of cinema's greatest mysteries. Okay, right. I'm not going to draw a body, I just don't have time. I'm just going to draw the head. Alright, this is going smashing. This is going really good. I feel really buzzed up about this one. Okay, right, so we move on to Mission Impossible 2. And here is my carefully selected screen grab from Mission Impossible 2. You ready? There you go. Mission Impossible 2, or as I like to call it, Limp Bizkit the movie. Science, physics, just forget it. John Woo. Okay, none of those things matter. You know, gravity, who cares? You know, like, put on some shades and levers, ice skate on a motorbike, drop kick a pigeon in front of the camera, you're all good. So, yep, here we go. Straight in there, no messing. Running out of time. Okay, drawing under pressure, do a little sunglass there. Okay, draw a nose. Tom Cruise has got a very, he really likes to get his nose into a shot. Sorry, I've got a bit of a situation down here. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know it's really boring. I'm sorry. There you go. If you could just stand there like perfectly still, that'd be great, thank you. I didn't manage to catch what was going on there, but for a second my cat Kirby was actually attacking poor Tom Cruise. And the biggest issue I had with that was that that's not actually representative of anything that would happen in the film. But I'm going to allow it, because if I think somebody said to Tom Cruise, genetically grow a giant cat and have him repeatedly punch you in the face, just get those lines on his neck there, he probably would sign up for it. He probably would say yes. Being the selfless adrenaline junkie that he is. Okay, do some hair. Okay, when you draw people, just you can't mess around with the hair. Okay, it's really important you don't dilly-dally on that. Okay. Again, this is going fantastic. I mean, I hope you guys learned stuff from my drawing, but I like to think that I certainly think I've improved. Just, you know, riffing off you guys and all your encouragement. Like, I gotta say, back in the day when I started, my drawings didn't look all that much like the original character, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Okay, right, this is that clock's going remarkably slow. I'm not quite, I don't know, I think it'll be okay. Okay, Mission Impossible 3, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. Screen grab, Mission Impossible 3, here we go. Just get the click over there, and there you go. Mission Impossible 3, screen grab, okay. Obviously in Mission Impossible 3, as you can remember, Ethan Hunt was challenged by MI6 to make his mouth as small as possible, and he did a bloody good job. So I'll thank you all to not poke fun of his facial expression. I certainly don't know what's funny about that. So here we go, draw a face. Just keep playing it over and over, Ash. It'll still be funny, even after the 20th time people have heard it. It's fine. Do some eyebrows. J.J. Abrams, he's good. Made this film. The late plus great Philip Seymour Hoffman. Best baddie. I mean, what a get! What a get! And the inside man, who was a baddie who was trying to reinstate infrastructure in the Middle East, which was his goal. And Tom Cruise found out about this. Sorry, Ethan Hunt found out about this, and he just went puh, like that. That's what he did. And that guy also played Dr. Manhattan in The Watchmen. When I was doing this video, I did contemplate doing a kind of drawing medley of bad guys, and I was thinking of just doing that guy as Dr. Manhattan. Completely blue and in the nude. Right. Okay, it's good. It's alright. Okay. Let's do his little tongue there. I suppose I better shade the eyes a little bit. There you go. Oh, he's got a bit more blood trickling on his nose, a bit of stubble. And I'll do his he's got a real sort of Henry Rollins neck going in there. I'll portray that. See, I like that. It's okay, but it's not as good as that one. Or that one. It's doing good. Right, okay, here we are on to Mission Impossible 4. No, it's not called Mission Impossible 4, is it? It's called Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Now, I can sit here and draw faces all day, but I thought I'd recreate something a bit more exciting, like one of the action scenes in this case. So I captivated, personally, what I think is the highlight of the film in terms of action, and that's the bit when he bounces off the top of a truck. Just kind of falls on the floor there. So there you go, that's Tom Cruise in action mode. You better believe that's actually him as well. Okay. Wow, this is really like, why didn't I just start that from the beginning? Okay, right, here we go. So black mass, it's all precision done, this stunt. It's all precision done. He knew exactly what he was doing going into this, Tom Cruise. Knew exactly, you know, where to put himself, where to put his trousers, put his amazing torso. It's all part of the plan. Okay, sort of ghostly arm. Little bit sticking out there, and little sort of his back. Yeah. See, I was casting my gaze back and forth so much, something has kind of gone wrong. Looks like a sort of horseshoe on a teapot. Which is I think I'll draw the head for a bit of context. There you go, and now when people come into the room, they know exactly what they're looking at. There you go. Brilliant. So my music has ended. Just going to play it again, because I don't know if that's going to go, that's going to go, you know. Mise en scène. Go, alright. Right. Mission Impossible 5. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Okay, here we go. Right, so at this point I've given up just drawing silly pictures of Tom Cruise's face in weird positions. I'm kind of matured past from that now. Actually I'm not. There he is, look. Being strangled by a clarinet. Everyone's favourite scene. Look at his face there. We've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. It happens to the best of us. Look at the amazing depth of red on his face, almost a cherry red. It's beautiful, beautiful profile there. Okay. Like I said, guys, it's on you. Okay, you know the drill. It's not my fault. None of this is my fault. Except zeros. I really hope you guys don't want me to draw the clarinet here. I mean, I'll give it a go, I suppose. Let's see. I mean, look, this whole face just kind of fades into the shadows there. Very mysterious. The action mannequin, the action model. Okay, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking to yourselves, well, I love Tom Cruise, but it's a bit sad that action mannequin can only be used in the context of Mission Impossible. Well, I'm pleased to confirm that that's not true. Okay, you can use it in whatever Tom Cruise film you like. Okay, Top Gun, Taps, Vanilla Sky, Minority Report. It's there for all your Tom Cruise needs, okay? I can't stress that point enough. Bit of a line there. Some lines. He does love a good line on his face, doesn't he, Tom Cruise? Okay, the eyebrows. Now I might look like sort of not really drawing, I'm just kind of doing random squiggles on a piece of paper, but no, I am drawing. What are the 4 rules of drawing? I haven't done that in a while. Remember what they are? No, seriously, what were they? Always draw the thing that's on the piece of paper that's also on the screen that you want to draw. That was one of them. Never give up. Don't worry about it. And well, rules are made to be broken, so there you go. It's one of those things that really only comes together right at the end, you know, I mean. Alright, I'll draw the clarinet, but I'm not going to goof around, guys, because look, I've got 15 minutes to do the last one. I should have raised the stakes. Well, do you know what I'll do? I'll do a sequel Mission Impossible one, because they're always more intense. You know, what's your favourite Mission Impossible moment? Mine's well, you know what mine are. These are my favourite Mission Impossible moments. What is a clarinet? It's a bunch of lines. It's a cool instrument. Do that and do a bit of a. Got no room to do the hands, so I'm just gonna sort of squiggle that into obscurity. I don't know what. Yeah, I'll do his thumb there. There you go, fantastic. Okay, we're almost there. We've only 14 minutes to spare. Okay, right. Last one. Okay, this one's a bit different. I got 2 subjects to draw. Do you think I can make it? 2 subjects. That is Mr. Tom Cruise, Mr. Henry Cavill, in a sort of kind of reach around thingy. Very gripping. Mission Impossible Fallout. Squashes all the other movies together in one spectacle. Oh, crap. Forgot I was drawing 2. I haven't even done enough space for that one. Uh-oh. Okay, right. Okay. When these things happen, you just gotta... I mean, that's brilliant. That's kind of Henry Cavill's headline. Sort of squiggling down there. Okay. A lot of gory detail on his face there. I'm not going to do that in the drawing. I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so he's doing that. Big old chin, Superman chin. Superman with a stash. Now this is down to the wire. This is basically Mission Impossible right now because I've officially not left enough room. So how am I going to do it, you might ask? Well, I'm going to do what you should do. Any artist will tell you this. Smash through it. Okay, there's his ear. It's because I'm trying to stop the paper from moving away. That's why you keep seeing my gangly fingers in shot, man. Right, when dear, the pieces are fitting. It's alright, I'll plough through. I'm gonna draw some random features. Oh, Tom. There you go, squeeze it all in there. See that ridge is to stop me from going over. It's actually physically stopping my pen from going any further. Nope. Tom Cruise is famously a sort of weird ghost. Yeah. My phone's slipping out the tripod here. It's on you guys. I can't work out why I've got no views. I mean, doing everything right. Okay, bunch of hands. Wow, this is actually taken. Okay, bunch of hands, right. Fingers. Yeah. Fingers. Hands. Just sort of going like there. There's this hand. I don't even know whose hands. Even the actors didn't know whose hand was who. Like, I don't know whose that is. Don't know whose that is. Don't know whose that is. I think that's Tom Cruise's arm. I think. Okay, but I'll just draw it anyway. I'm just gonna smash it all into one gelatinous mass. I mean, Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise work together quite extensively. I don't think they mind being sort of merged together in one weird artistic pulp. I think it will, you know, if this video gets some traction, it'll probably do their career some good. Especially Tom Cruise's, you know. And his sort of arm goes like that. Brrr! It's quite gory, this scene, isn't it? It's quite gory. There isn't much blood on Tom Cruise's face, but if I remember correctly, he does bleed a little bit on little bit further on, and they kind of dangling off the cliff. So just sort of do some little lies there. Right, okay. It's good. It's missing something, okay? I don't know how I can draw the sort of goriness of Henry Cavill's face. I don't know how I can recreate that by just using a biro. It's all kinds of shadings, different shades of red. If only I had something I could add to the drawing, some kind of external prop that I may or may not have foreshadowed at the beginning of the video that I could add. I got it. I know what to do. Okay, I knew this is in here for a reason. It's when this is when Tom Cruise film gets a little bit more R-rated. I mean about the violence, come on. Right. This is good, you know why tomatoes are great? Because you can just pull that off, just one-handed. Okay, right. Mission Impossible, lots of action, lots of fight and lots of punches. Okay. I'm going to recreate that sense of anger and peril right now. And I need you all to stand back. Okay. Gonna move me laptop way out of the way. I'm not gonna waste this tomato, by the way. Like, I'm still gonna eat it after. Okay, I don't like sort of videos where people waste food. You know, so it is gonna go to good use. Okay. Here we go. So it's kind of about on that line there. So if I just sort of kind of okay. Perfect. That's. I mean, that couldn't have gone any better. And do you know what? Do you know my speaker just fell off the table? Do you know what's really good about that? Is the fact that it adds a bit of cherry complexion to the drawing from Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Because you remember I said before that his face was a bit red. Yeah. No expense spared in these videos. Right, okay. Stop the timer. I had loads of time to spare. So once again, the clock is a useless prop. I discarded it last week as well. Okay, look at that. So what's going to happen with this drawing? I'm going to leave it in a random place, maybe in a street. Someone's going to walk past, they're going to see it, and they're going to go, Mission Impossible! Whoa, it's all 6 of them! And so that's a bit. Yeah, shall I turn this off now? Yeah, bit of an anticlimax, Ash. Yeah. You usually leave the box thing till the end. Got tomato on my arm. But here we go. This is a. Just gonna put that and there like that. Have it with me, Chris. Oh, sorry about it. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave on one last thing. Right. Well, that's really nice. You guys got to do that. Okay, I'm gonna leave on one last thing. Okay. So Tom Cruise does his own stunts, as you know. Everything's him. If you see him dangling from a plane or from a building in the film, it means he's doing it in real life. The only thing you don't see is his wire that he's wearing. And when they edit the films in post-production, the wire disappears. There you go. That's it. And he's kind of latched onto another. That's actually pretty. That's actually pretty scary. He's just taken on a life of his own there. Next to a piece of the exploded tomato. It's going to be really hard to clear out of my carpet. Well, there you go, folks. That's my Mission Impossible video. My drawing ideas will self-destruct probably on the basis of this in about 2 weeks' time. Can't wait to read the comments afterwards. Again, this is all on you. No, seriously, thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. Keep those requests coming. And if you want to request any videos, yeah, because I will eventually run out of this nonsense, you know, in my head. Please keep them coming. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe. Do lots of drawing. See you guys later. Ta-ta.